Hi, this screencast is about how to use the Lingotek Translation module to quickly translate web forms in Drupal 8. First off, my name is Jake Brockwitz. I'm known as Jay Rockwitz on the web. I'm a Drupal developer and software architect. I built and maintain the Webform module for Drupal 8. Well, what is the Lingotek Translation module? The Lingotek Translation module is the only Drupal module to integrate a translation management system, TMS, directly into Drupal. TMS is really just a service that's used to translate content. It comes with a translation memory system, which it will remember different strings that you've translated so that you can quickly translate documents and not be charged twice. Um, what's unique about Lingotek is it works directly with Drupal's 8 built-in translation system. So you're sending Drupal content to Lingotek and they're sending it back into Drupal as native config and content entities. The Lingotek translation module out of the box provides free translation using Google Translate machine translation, and they offer extensive professional translation and localization services on top of that free service. Um, the process is pretty simple. So the Lingotek module is uploading the source content, which is a configure content entity. It's translating it. The Lingotek's server calls it a document. And then you're downloading this translation back into Drupal's multilingual config and content entities. And I'd like to demo this for you. I'll jump over. I've installed the Lingotek module. This is the main admin page. I'm not going to go through all the features, and I've actually queued up translating the contact form. So this green indicates that I've uploaded the contact form to Lingotek, and they've got it, and they've indexed it. And I've sent up the Spanish translation. I'm going to, as we're talking, send up the Russian translation, which sends it to Orange. Now it's in the process of translating. Spanish has been sitting on the server for machine translation. It takes about half a second for it to go through, so I need to just click twice to indicate it's a status check. By the way, I have manual translation turned on. You can automate this process where it automatically happens when you save an entity. For the demo, I like using just a manual step. You'll see that I'm going to get these all green. And what this means is I have an English version, a Spanish version, and a Russian version. I'm going to click over to the contact form. I've enabled the language switcher block, and I'm going to just show you the translations. And this is native. These are in Drupal, and I'm going to show that to you. And everything's been translated in the background, so all the messages, all the emails are translated. If I go over to the translate tab, you'll start to see this. This form is very simple, so you're really going to see that the descriptions changed, the labels are changed, the tokens are preserved, but then you scroll down, you're going to get some of the submit text is changed. If we had custom messages, those would be translated. Your email mappings would be translated. There's no custom messages here. Oh, well, there's a custom subject header, but I'm using tokens, so those aren't translated. I think you get the idea. The only other thing worth showing, I'll jump over, Lingotek has their own admin UI. I'm going to go over back to config, and I just want to show one thing to kind of emphasize how flexible this is every single config entity. If you have a custom system, those config entities will be translatable using Lingotek. If you have a commerce system, every entity is translatable. Makes things very easy. You can translate the entire site and walk through it step by step, and you can automate that whole process. There's bulk operations as well. I'm going to jump back. So why is translating web forms so important? Um, well, translated web forms have the biggest ROI. This is my opinion, because forms are really important because you're engaging user interaction. People are asking a question. And if you can translate that form for a user that primarily speaks Spanish, you're more inviting them. My way of putting it is you're saying we speak your language. And that's inviting to users to your organization. It depends on the organization you have. I work mostly for healthcare and hospitals where it's very important um, to cater to everyone. And there's a whole multilingual department to address people who speak Spanish, Russian, and many other languages. So by having these forms, a contact form, a registration form, a making an appointment form, translated into multiple languages, it really reaches out to your users. Um, and a kind of a shout out to Lingotek is there's a lot of information about them on Drupal.org. They have a marketplace page, which is just /Lingotek. You can look at the module. Their own site has a page dedicated to Drupal, and I also want to emphasize that Lingotek made huge contributions to Drupal 8, and Dree's blog post shows it. I think they have the ballpark of 150 to 200 commits to Drupal 8, so they really helped the multilingual initiative move forward. Um, Moving forward for me, I'd like to say, how can I help you with web forms in Drupal 8? I'm available for training and support. We can work together to build a feature in the web form module, and I can help you succeed with Drupal 8. And finally, come to jrockwitz.com, get more information about me. I'm jrockwitz@drupal.org, and thanks.